right, thank you. I'm here with Big Clan, Gabi, Nex. Welcome to Poland, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Coming back as legends. It's a beautiful thing. First question I wanted to ask is obviously a little bit focused on xantares. We always have the conversation about language barriers. What is the level of difficulty of bringing a player in who's not necessarily native in the language you're going to communicate in?
Yeah, first of all, we didn't really know how good his English is. I thought it was worse than it was really, but it's getting better in case of if we talk more about stuff before the game, he understands more, and then the communication is sharper, it's shorter, it's more precise, and I think that was the key. We needed really like we did like a boot camp where we have time. Even the qualifier we played like we just played, and we didn't have really something we can go back to. And I feel like this boot camp was needed, also for xantares and for his communication. And I feel like it went very well, but it was definitely a barrier in the start, and it's getting better. It's still not there where we want it, but it takes some time.
And even on top of the language barrier with you, Nex, this is like reacclimating you in last second notice. So what's it been like just being like rushed back into competitive play?
Yeah, it was like kind of short notice for me coming back. I wasn't quite sure if I could play for the major. Right now I feel okay in game. I'm learning every day. I get better every day. So I feel good. I feel confident for the major.
You excited to be back on the big stages?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Very excited, yeah.
Is it hard to sit events out while you're watching your former teammates and everything?
It's a different feeling, like watching them play E-League without me. It was kind of okay, but I think one tournament is enough.
Speaking of E-League, when we watched you guys, I know when Sean and I did that event, and we noticed there were always a couple tricks that like one of us would notice. You know, xantares is going to be much better in this strategy if you give him like another like week or two with Gabi. If you give him a little bit more time, he'll understand how to utilize this position a little bit better. Has there been those improvements for him that you've seen over the past, 2 weeks?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely he understood, first of all, the meta change. The meta change is really C-decided, and I think also this whole event will be decided as CT, not as T. And it makes some plays what he was like to do a little bit weaker. He liked to contact, obviously he likes to hunt people. ST it's not that easy anymore because of the orc. So he needed to adapt a lot of things. Even his equipment usage was not as precise as we can do it, because I think we are maybe top 5 in using our equipment like in the right way. And he understood how we use it, and he tried to adapt to that. In the start of the team, we said like, you do just this smoke and then concentrate, and you can hunt people. It's not that easy anymore because of the meta change, and it's also like he's stepping up his game. He gets to the next level. What's
it like? You hadn't coming back into the team with xantares. What do you notice? How's your impression of him acclimating with the team?
Xantares is like kind of an idol for me. He's like one of the best aimers in the world, like for sure, maybe even the best. No, you cannot compare his play style with other players. It's so completely different, and that's why I really want to play with him for a long time. And it's like, and not even just the game, but even outside of the game, he's a really nice human. You can click with him really easily, and yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, does that language barrier come into those like social situations outside the game at all? Or
sometimes, but he's trying his best to express himself with his hands and stuff like that. And if you ask him certain things, he's willing to improve, and he's really a nice guy in that aspect.
Yeah, just an all around good guy.
Yeah, just all around.
And a new toy for you to use in the game.
For me, it was really cool to see that in the start of the team, like about the social stuff, that when we talked outside of the game something about another topic, that he tried to explain something on English, and then he's like just started talking with me Turkish, and he nowadays I say like, hey, you can try it, you can try to do it in English, and if you have a problem, I jump in and help you. and now he's trying to explain all the time everything in English, and it's English getting better.
How much Turkish are you speaking? Any Turkish in the game to like help call so he understands what you want him to do? Like
sometimes if I see him maybe not really understanding, if I need to change some, I ask him again, like, did you really understand? And he's like repeating it really fast what he was understanding about it in Turkish, and I'm like, okay, this understand, or maybe he didn't understand at all. Happens also, but most of the time he understands. And as I said, this bootcamp helped us really a lot, that this kind of misunderstandings are out of the game, and it's a high pace understanding game. What our system is like, you need to understand, you need to make the right moves.
Everyone knows that you're a very strategic approach to the game of Counter-Strike and an in-game leader. Did you guys look at anyone else, or did you like watch any demos of xantares and just say, you know what, we'll teach him everything that he needs to be taught. He's just so good. Let's just get him. Like, was there any like research into who you wanted to pick up?
No, there was no research. I just tried to directly ask him, how would you like to get it played? And he has some certain understanding of it, how we want to counter some certain rounds, and we implement that simply into that game. Later in our approaches will be that he understands how to adapt perfectly to an idea of Thompson, for example, and this is at the moment the case, that we have a good adaptation for every player. Even if Tizian has an idea, that we are as good as supportive teammates, that we can support him as well, and he's getting there. He knows much more grenades. He understands much more how we want to attack the bomb site in certain scenarios, and yeah, he's still the guy who wants to go first all the time. Sometimes you need to stop him, but this is a good stuff. Sometimes you just need to die. It's okay. He stays in a rhythm of his game, and that's really important for me. So I don't try to make it too strategically in that kind of case, that I kind of understand sometimes, okay, it's okay, we play 4-on-5, but most of the time he will achieve something which benefits us.
Last question for you, Nex. Yeah. You've been in a bunch of lineups with Gabi and over the years and everything. This one with xantares in it, is this the best big lineup that you think we're going to see?
And this is definitely the best lineup that I ever played in. I mean, we have so much talent, so much skill. It's really different compared to other teams I played in before. And I think we're still not at our peak. We can still learn from each other so much and improve in that aspect, like not even just tactical, but also individually, like aiming-wise. When I watch xantares, for example, you can learn a lot from him. Even outside of the game, this is like a very family type of thing. This is not just 5 guys coming together and just playing games. It's also like a family in another aspect.
Good, cool. Well, hey, best of luck to you guys. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.